So how did it go? You brought
All
these
those
three
things,
commodities.
These three commodities.
And
then,
well, hang on a second. You had coffee because now you were commercializing what you owned already back in Nicaragua?
well, I was selling the coffee, green coffee, to the middleman.
From your farms?
From the farms, yeah. I started little by
little.
just selling. That's the way it works in coffee. You have the farmer always in every country gets the least money.
Right.
So you cut the coffee, wash it, and then you bring it over to a big warehouse. That's the middleman.
Okay, like a co-op.
Yeah, like a co-op. So you live there, they get your coffee, they rate your coffee, they weight your coffee, and they give you a check. And you walk away.
How about the cigars and the rum? Where did they come from? Were they friends that were producing?
Well, yes and no. Yes and no. Like, you can buy rum locally and try to export it, maybe.
Okay.
That's what I was thinking.
Okay.
But that could be arranged. And cigars as well. There's so many factories there. I can go to any one of them and tell them, hey, I want this kind of AAA cigar, put my brand there and bring it over here.
So coffee you had inside track.
Yeah.
But rum and cigars were
I was just
on the market.
I was just
buying
thinking,
cheap, selling high.
I was just trying to be another middleman,
Okay,
connecting.
I got you. Yeah,
Okay,
you were a
so-
trader.
Yeah, exactly. So I landed, and in a month, I realized that rum, its own government regulations, license, this and that. And I said it's too hard. Then I said cigars, about the same. Like a special license, regulations. Main guys are in Toronto, I think. I did kind of my research, but I thought it was too much work.
Right.
And there's this again, the hard. Being entrepreneurial, you want to make something.
Right.
You don't want to just buy something and resell it. That has no.
Anybody can do that.
That has no.
Right.
I don't know how to
Big
put
value.
It
It doesn't.
hard.
It doesn't add a part of you.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I think that entrepreneurs would like to create something.
Leave a stamp.
Something.
The Osmond stamp.
Something that people like, value, and like. So I said, no, I'm gonna do coffee. So went back to Nicaragua. I'm gonna start exporting the coffee, right, to Canada.
Right.
Get your visa, tourist visa, get it, and we'll move to Canada right away on 2015. And so things did not happen that way. Again,
Yeah.
I'm a believer.
Yeah.
God has a plan.
Yeah.
You gotta wait on His time.
Yeah.
For some reason, I'm Canadian. We're married for a couple of years now.
Yeah.
She went to the embassy, got her tourist visa rejected, and so we
No
stayed
reason.
for no reason.
So you have to stay a little longer.
So we stayed a little longer, which meant 3 years. Those 3 years in Nicaragua, I consolidated the farms, the process of selecting the coffee, the roasting, and the marketing. And I started the business back in Nicaragua. For 3 years, I ended up supplying all the main local grocery stores, just like Savon's, Safeway.
So let's stop here, because one of the things people understand from what we do in this channel is try to be a facilitation of inspiration through the stories and pivotal critical moments of the stories of other people. Here is a value point to remind me and remind you of. A door closes, it feels like the end of the world.
Yeah.
In this moment,
Yeah.
right? He comes, you came to Canada, your birth country, from your living country, Nicaragua, with 3 of the exportable products. Cigars, rum. He's not going to be able to do much with that because he's not growing the sugar cane
Yeah, no,
or the leaf or the
no,
tobacco.
no.
So those become non-parts of your life.
Yeah.
The research is completed and it's down. But coffee, he thinks, has a potential because he owns coffee farms and has access to the farms.
And I
He
came
can
here,
control it.
and I came here in 2015, as I said, and I saw one coffee shop every block.
Right. There's
My
opportunity.
goodness, I said, there's so much need for coffee here, good coffee, that I said, I'm coming back right away with a container load of coffee beans. start
Yeah,
selling.
one of the things we agreed to is not to bash any of those mega chains that may or may not be buying all sizes and colors of bean and burning the hell out of them. We're not going to do that.
Oh no, of course. I didn't mean that. Did it sound like that?
No.
Did I? No.
I'm saying.
Okay, yeah, no, I'm so sorry. I said good coffee because I tried the coffee around and I said, what's going on here?
We're going to do
Everything's bitter here. Everything's burned. Why?
when
You know?
when Anna's going to show up, who we've done some coffee videos with, and then we're going to focus some conversation in that video on coffee, from the farming and the things I learned, and roasting and so forth. But I want to come back to this inspiration point because the reminder is good for that one person watching somewhere in the world right now. English is maybe not even close to your second language, but you're understanding or you're reading the subtitles. That if a door closes, think before you panic about what you do have in your hands that you can do something with to take one step forward. What I just heard Osmond say is when the door closed for a time here, he looked around him, his environment back in Managua and and who do I know that could buy my coffee? Because I've got coffee. And then
what
you made something happen.
Exactly. So I gotta say this. I don't know if you're gonna cut it off or not, but I'm a believer and I have faith. I'm a diligent man. I do my work, my research, I move forward, but always thinking that my thinking it's aligned with the big guys.
Right.
So I guess what I want to try to say is that in 2015, when my wife got denied, I just took it. Like maybe in my life, if I was not very aligned with God, my God, the only God that I know, path, I would have maybe gotten, depressed or
Right.
I don't know. But I took it, like with an open
I can do something.
heart.
I'm an entrepreneur.
I felt like, okay, you know what? This is, for me, it was very straightforward. We're not ready to go to Canada yet.
Okay.
I do not know about coffee enough to go there
Okay.
yet.
I got you.
So I'm gonna make my coffee. I'm gonna do Nicaraguan coffee, and I'm going to train myself. And that's what happened for 3 years. I learned
2015 to 2018.
yeah, and I learned how to more because up till then I didn't know about roasting, I didn't know about selecting, I didn't know coffee. It's very big. So all I knew, I had a farm with coffee that I could
Do something with. I got to figure out what to do.
Yeah.
with it.
So it was a good thing. If I had come here, maybe man, I would have just really just lost it. I mean, like, I don't know what I would have done with so much coffee. 3 years, it went well.
Yeah.
It was great. So I understood at that point that why the visa was
Looking back, you could see.
I can see there was a big reason, and that's the reason. In 2018, when we finally came, you know what? I applied for her visa online, and it was like, boom,
Happened.
boom, boom, boom. Like within a month, she had her visa.
Are you saying that the right timing is maybe everything?
I would say, and then it is.
So we are not going to get into political discussions or.
Well, my wife can talk to you if she wants about that.
I'm going to talk to Anna, his wife, who's a family doctor at GP, and get her perspective on things, and that'll be a part of the video series and a video.
For me, I have a dream, and I want to be able to work as a physician as I was in my country. But the dream, my husband's dream, came first. So if you are a marriage, you are one person. So the decision to leave one thing and come in here and work and make crepes is just because we are a family, right? So his dream was met first than mine. So I know that when my time comes, he will be able to release me and say, I mean, now it's your turn. So why would I been here angry because I'm not, I mean, doing what I know to do? Because this is a learning experience for me too. I get to talk to people. I have some other cultural enrichment here.